Well, good morning and thank you for joining me today. I'd like to introduce John Murphy. And John, your practice is in Nashville, is that correct?
Oh yeah, in Brentwood, Tennessee, so maybe about 10 minutes south of Nashville.
Gotcha. Nice area.
hmm
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah,
And how long have you been in private practice?
about a year now.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah,
And
relatively
where,
new.
okay, yeah, that's not very long at all. So what were you
Yeah,
doing prior to private practice?
yeah. So I finished grad school at Lipscomb University about a year ago, and then went immediately into private practice.
Wow, that's very cool. That's quite the
Yeah,
leap. Good for you.
yeah. Certainly a journey, but it's been incredible so far. Loved it.
Wonderful. So
Mhm.
what's your population like? What types of folks do you see?
Yeah. Well, I'd say my main focus is the young adult age group, but I've gotten the opportunity and I get to see individuals, couples, and families from all walks of life. Um, I do focus more on trauma issues, and that isn't more my area of focus. But yeah, most diagnostic populations focusing on anxiety, depression, relational conflict. That's all within my wheelhouse too.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
And what types of modalities do you utilize? You mentioned
Yeah,
you mentioned trauma. Are you EMDR trained?
I'm not EMDR trained, but that's definitely something on the horizon. I've seen a lot of great research on EMDR.
Absolutely.
I utilize internal family systems. That's one of
Wow.
my, yeah, just
Love it.
love that normalization of just complexity of how complex we are as humans, and just distilling that and making that just a normal thing. Um, Very solution focused. So, um, and what that looks like is moving away from like problem language, not something into a stigma, looking for more appropriate solutions, better ways that we can cope. And yeah.
Okay. Well, very
Mhm.
good. And what types of insurance do you take?
So at the moment, I'm in with my private practice. It's private pay, but I do have a sliding scale,
Excellent.
and yeah, I'm just willing to work with people who, if this is their current financial place, willing to work with that and yeah, meet their needs.
Wonderful. So what's the best way for someone to reach out to you to request an
Mhm.
appointment?
So email is generally a great way. Also, just giving me a phone call.
Okay.
Um, so yeah,
And what's the phone number that they could reach you?
615-326-9492.
Wonderful. And are you doing telehealth as well as in person?
Mhm. Yeah, so I see clients in office, also following the CDC recommendations for um, just making sure we're being appropriate with COVID, and also doing telehealth as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
So which do you prefer? Do you prefer the in office or
such a good question. Yeah, I um I really do love both. I I enjoy telehealth for the opportunities that it gives clients who are in more rural parts of the state. It's just such a convenience factor for them, and even for myself as the clinician, being able to do that is certainly a convenience factor. But I gotta say, the in-person energy is can be contagious. It can be a very fun thing, and energizing for me as a clinician.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. It's tough for
Yeah.
me to not be able to be in someone's physical space, but I have found that telehealth and Zoom calls, are the next best thing. So thank
Yeah,
God for
not bad.
technology, right?
Seriously.
Very grateful for that.
Yeah.
So, are you seeing? I've been asking different clinicians that I've been talking to, what have they been seeing as a result of the pandemic, as far as the different
Yeah.
conditions? So, what have you been seeing?
So as far as the conditions for just how symptoms have changed and
Yeah, I mean, are you
just people
seeing
are
more
affected.
depression, anxiety, addiction?
Yeah. I mean, when you have families and relationships all huddled into the same small space, it certainly brings out a lot of stress. And I've seen relationships improve because people are forced to kind of confront those problems head
Mhm.
on. But then I've also seen a lot of divorce, um, seen a lot more anxiety, a lot more depression. So it pops up in different ways. It's not always just the same thing we can expect.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. I appreciate you expounding on that because I think that it's important to not just look at the fact that, yes, we're seeing more anxiety and depression. I mean, that's kind of a given.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it can be used as catalyst for change. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Certainly.
that's very good. So I appreciate you pointing that out.
Oh, you're welcome.
So, anything else before we sign off?
Um, just want to thank you for the opportunity to come on and help provide maybe a clear light on what treatment's like. Just a conversation, and that's held focused, and um, nothing out of the ordinary, really.
Very good. Well, thanks again for your time. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to actually meeting you in person at some point.
Yeah, Karen, that sounds awesome.
Take
Thanks
care
so
of
much.
yourself. Thank you.
Bye bye.